Hello my dear children, welcome to my English class. My dear children, before we are going to our class, let's have a picture. See, who is she? Yes, remember? She and Janaki. Children, in our last class, we discussed our lesson number 2, the swimmer who doesn't need her legs. Already we discussed the paragraph number 1 to 6. Today we are going to discuss paragraph number 7, 8, 9 and 10. Before this, now we recapitulate some points or the main points of paragraph number 1 to 6. See, she and Janaki was the first handicapped swimmer. She got an idea to swim the English Channel. She conveyed to English Channel Swimming Association. English Channel Swimming Association kept two conditions. The first condition, 10 hours continuous swimming in water, and the second condition, marathon swimming for a long hours in the high seas. The next was, she began training in Bangalore under an NIS coach, Mr. Gopal. NIS means National Institute of Sports. Then Janaki went to Malpe and began training in the Arabian Sea under a coach named Mr. Dinesh Suvarna. Next, she started collecting funds for the trip to England. In 3 sources, she started collecting money. The first source, the government, and the second source, the private agencies, and the third source, some of or several friends. Next, Janaki left with her parents for England in the middle of 1992 and reached at Dover and began practicing there. Children, now I am going to read the paragraph number 7, 8, 9 and 10. Follow me. See the paragraph number 7. They were very worried, said Janaki, and they kept a sharp eye on me during my training runs. I trained for about 3 weeks under the famous channel coach Stella Streeter. But when I told them that I wanted to make a solo attempt, they said they did not have a special boat to accompany me. This was in case I needed to be lifted out of water. So it was decided that I would be part of a relay team. See the paragraph number 8. The channel swim can be done in 2 ways. One is the solo and the other the relay swim. 6 swimmers form a team and they each do a minimum of 2 hours of swimming. Now, the other swimmers in the team, mostly Americans, were amazed to see that Janaki could swim, and to honor her, they named the relay team Janaki's Maritime Express. Needless to say, every member of the team other than Janaki was physically normal. See the paragraph number 9. The unique attempt was made on 20th July 1992. My fight, said Janaki, in the course of the swim was against nature. The channel waters are so cold that I needed much more energy than usual to keep my arms moving. Then I had the problem of my legs moving to the left or to the right, whichever way the waves were moving, so I really needed a lot of energy. The water was very salty, and when it entered my mouth, I felt sick. And then there were the seaweeds and jellyfish. These fish kept sticking my body and I felt very uncomfortable. See the paragraph number 10. However, despite these problems, Janaki successfully did her share of the relay. She swam for about 2 hours and helped the relay team cross the 36-kilometer channel in 14 hours and 45 minutes. Children, let's have discussed the unfamiliar words of the paragraph number 7, 8, 9 and 10. She kept a sharp eye means watch someone carefully. Then accompany, go somewhere with someone as a companion. Then amazed, greatly surprised or astonished. Then unique, remarkable or unusual. Next, needless to say means no need to say. Then maritime means situated or found near the sea. Then waters, a very large area of water, for example an ocean or a large river. Then in case, because something might happen. See the next one. Solo. Solo means done alone by oneself. See the picture. A girl is swimming in the sea alone. So solo means done alone or by oneself. Relay. Relay means see some group of people or some group of swimmers, they are swimming in the sea. That means relay swimming by a team of swimmers. See next one. Seaweeds means countless species of marine plants. See, inside the ocean there are some plants. These called the seaweeds. Next, jellyfish. See the picture. Yes, a jellyfish is a sea creature that has a clear, soft body. Children, now I am going to explain the paragraphs line by line and follow me and listen mindfully. See, they were very worried, said Janaki, and they kept a sharp eye on me during my training runs. Dear children, before we already discussed Janaki left with her parents where? To England for why? To practicing or begin practicing in the English Channel. There, the officials of English Channel Swimming Association, they were surprised and they said in their experience they did not see a handicapped girl who was trying to swimming English Channel. So here they stands for whom? The English Channel Swimming officials. They were very worried. Who were very worried? The English Channel Swimming Association were very worried. For why? They said Janaki and they kept a sharp eye on me during my training rounds. Means the swimming association kept a sharp eye. That means watched very carefully when during her training rounds, during her training time. I trained for about 3 weeks under the famous channel coach Stella Streeter. Who was Stella Streeter? The famous channel coach. And here Janaki trained for about how many weeks? 3 weeks under the famous channel coach name was Stella Streeter. But when I told them that I wanted to make a solo attempt, they said they did not have a special boat to accompany me. Although here Janaki wanted to participate in the solo swimming, but there is no facility for solo swim. Why? Because they did not have a special boat to accompany Janaki. That means the special boat is need for why? Because in case he needed to be lifted out of water. Here Janaki wanted to take part in the solo attempt, but the Channel Swimming Association did not agree because they had not any special boat. For why? In case Janaki needed to be lifted out of water. Then so it was decided that I would be part of a relay team. So the Channel Swimming Association now decided Janaki would be part of a relay team. See the paragraph number 8. The channel swim can be done in 2 ways. One is the solo and the other is the relay swim. The channel swim is divided into 2 parts. One is the solo and the other is the relay team. One is the solo and the other is relay team. 6 swimmers form a team and they each do a minimum of 2 hours of swimming. How many members consisted? There are 6 members. 6 members form a team and they each can do how many hours? Minimum of 2 hours of swimming. Now, the other swimmers in the team, mostly Americans, were amazed to see that Janaki could swim. So, there were 6 members in the team. So, the 5 members were Americans and the only Janaki was Indian. So, they got surprised. They were amazed, means they were surprised. Why? To see that Janaki could swim. Why? Because Janaki was a handicapped and his lower limbs was not good at all. So they surprised. And to honor her, they named the relative Janaki's Maritime Express. To respect Janaki, to respect and to give honor Janaki, they named the team, the relative, the name was what? Yes, Janaki's Maritime Express. Needless to say, every member of the team other than Janaki was physically normal. Needless to say means that no need to say other members of the team, they were not handicapped at all. Only the Janaki was the handicapped girl who wanted to cross the English Channel. See the paragraph number 9. The unique attempt was made on 28th July 1992. The special attempt or the unique attempt was made when on 28th July 1992. My fight, said Janaki, in the course of the swim was against nature. Here, Janaki said that her fight or her struggle when she was swimming in the channel was against the nature. That means her fight or struggle in the time of swim was against the nature. The channel waters are so cold that I needed much more energy than usual to keep my arms moving. Here, Janaki faced many troubles when she was swimming in the English Channel. The first trouble was that the channel waters are so cold that Janaki needed much more energy to keep her arms moving. That means she could not move her arms due to the channel's cold water. Then I had the problem of my legs moving. This one the first problem of Janaki. And the second problem was that then I had the problem of my legs moving to the left or to the right, whichever way the waves were moving. Already you know Janaki had crippled legs and he is struck by polio. So her lower limbs were not good at all. So it was the most problem for her. Already you know the feet is most important for swimming. So she had problem of her legs moving to left to the right. And whichever the main obstacle was that the waves were moving. So it is very difficult for Janaki to move her legs. So I really needed a lot of energy. The water was very salty and when it entered my mouth, I felt sick. This is the third problem. So already you know what is the taste of sea water? Definitely salty. So when the salty water entered into Janaki's mouth, Janaki at that time felt sick or started vomiting. Then there were the seaweeds. This is the next problems of Janaki. And then there were the seaweeds and jellyfish. These fish kept sticking to my body and I felt very uncomfortable. Now, last problem is that, what was that? There were the seaweeds. Already you know, inside the sea, there were some seaweeds and jellyfish. So the seaweeds and jellyfish, the sea fish kept sticking to Janaki's body. So Janaki felt very uncomfortable at the time of swimming. See paragraph number 10. However, despite these problems, Janaki successfully did her share of the relay. She swam for about 2 hours and helped the relay team cross the 36-kilometer channel in 14 hours and 45 minutes. Here, despite all these problems, already we discussed 4 problems. The first problem was that moving her arms. Second problem was that moving her legs left to right. And third problem was that sea water. The last problem is that what? The seabirds and jellyfish. Despite all these problems, Janaki did her job successfully and share of the relay team. She swam for about 2 hours and helped the relay team cross the 36-kilometer channel in 14 hours and 45 minutes. Janaki helped the relay team cross the 36-kilometer channel. How many hours? 14 hours and 45 minutes. See, these are the problems Janaki faced when she was swimming in the English Channel. This is the most important questions. So we have to discuss. She needed more energy to keep her arms moving. Second one, her legs were not moving to the left or to the right. The water was very salty. When it entered into her mouth, Janaki felt sick or felt vomiting. Seaweeds and jellyfish were sticking her body. These are the problems Janaki faced when she was swimming in the English Channel. Children, now we are going to discuss some question answers. See, answer the questions in a word or a phrase. The first question is, what was the name of the famous channel coach? The answer is what? Very easy question. Tell me. Yes, Stella Strater. Okay, then what do you mean by solo? Yes, already I told you in the meaning part. Yes, done alone. Yes. For how long did Janaki train under the famous channel coach Stella Strater? Yes, about 3 weeks. Okay, children, see the next question. What does the phrase kept a sharp eye convey? Yes, remember the meaning part? Yes, watched someone carefully. Yes, children. Next question. Why was the special boat needed? Tell me, why? Because to lifted out of the water. The special boat is necessary. My dear students, see the next question. Question number 6. When did Janaki make this special attempt? When? Remember the date? Yes, 28 July 1992. Very good. Next question. What was the name of the relay team? Remember, what is the name? Yes. Janaki's Maritime Express. Okay, next question. What were the channel waters like? Yes, tell me. What was the taste of channel water? Yes, very cold and what? Sweet or salty? Yes, salty. Okay, The next question, how long did Janaki swim in the relay team? How long? How many hours? Remember? Yes, my dear children, 2 hours. About yes. The next question, why did Janaki feel sick? Yes, when the sea water entered her what? What? Tell me. Yes, mouth. Entered her mouth. She felt very sick. What were sticking her body? Yes, what were sticking her body? Tell me. Yes, the seaweeds and what is the name of the fish? Yes, jellyfish. Yes, children. Have you got it? Yes, children. Children, today we have discussed the paragraph number 7, 8, 9 and 10. Have you understood? Yes or no? Very good. This is all about today's class. Thank you, children. Bye-bye.